Boom, we're on. We're back. Squeeze the Neck podcast today. Well, I'm home today. I'm about as close as I could possibly be to home doing a podcast. And today I got former professional footballer, international footballer, Jamie Lawrence. Thanks a lot for doing this, mate.
You're welcome, man.
Brilliant. So, tell us first of all, before we get too deep into the thing, where did you start football, mate, and where are you from originally? Because we're in my area here.
It's my area before your area.
Yeah, I got you.
So I come from Battersea, off Lavender Hill, Dunstan Road.
Yeah, exactly.
So I started playing football for my school team called John Burns, and then left John Burns, played for a team called Larkhall Phoenix, and played for St. If you don't know what St. John's,
shout out St. John's because I play for St. John's as well.
St. John's is massive. Yeah. It's a massive part of my life, and you see the school field. We had the best school fields in London for me, and the best sports facilities.
And what, did you grow up playing football? As in, like from tiny little kid?
From when I was a kid, as long as I can remember, played football, cricket, athletics, done a little bit of boxing, every sport. Except for swimming, that's not for black men, right? We've done that. Swimming's not for us. We're better on the land. I've done every sport.
Yeah, I love it. And you was a right winger, obviously, right? But was you a born right winger?
I never started as a right winger. Started as a centre forward or centre midfielder.
I think that's how everyone starts, right? Centre forward and slowly figure out their positions. That everyone wants to go forward.
I played. First time I played right wing is probably when I went into professional game.
Oh, really? Oh, you were proper late going into it?
Yeah.
Where did you play for the mighty St. John's?
Started right back, then he put me right wing for about 2 games, then he put me centre midfield. So I could be more involved.
Ever played goalkeeper? You seem like you played everywhere else.
Black people don't go in goal either.
No swimming or no goalkeeping.
We've got a couple who've gone in goal like Shaka.
I was going to say that's changed now, isn't it? Like Chelsea, we had a great
as well. I mean, it's changed now.
We'll get onto football teams in a minute because there's a correct answer when I ask you what football team you support. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, all right.
But before we get into anything too deep, I said to you briefly off camera, I was up in Bradford recently.
Yeah.
And you're a bit of a legend up there, aren't you? Because I saw literally just come out of a gym, shout out Black Spider Academy. I don't know exactly where it was, so if anyone in the comments might help me out in terms of where this mural is, but there was a mural of you on the wall with a purple hair in your Bradford kit. So if you've got a mural on the wall somewhere, you're a bit special, no?
You know what? That was like, I found my home in football. I had about 8 teams, but Bradford was that special place for me.
Yeah.
Like the fans, the team what we had as well. It was the first time the team got into the Premier League. Mm-hmm. I just loved it up there, and that's why I still go back all the time now.
Do you still?
Team, and when they go on pre-season tours, I go with the fans.
Is that right?
And spend a week with them, and that's why they probably love me.
And what's the fans like with you? Are they still all over you?
Yeah,
they remember.
No, but I'm one of them now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm ledge, like, I go drinking with them, we go we go partying with them and all that.
You put the accent on and all that when you go
there?
No,
I don't need that. I'm a proper cockney. You know what I mean? I'll keep that always, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why they probably like me, because I'm real.
Yeah, you just know what you are. Yeah. And what was they, did you go up with them to the Premiership? Or
Yeah. Went up to the Premiership, stayed up in the Premiership, and then they started offering people like 40 grand a week, and that's when they lost its soul.
Yeah.
Like, when we went up and stayed up, everyone was swimming in the right direction. When we had people like Benito, Petrescu and whatever, they never really wanted to play for Bradford City. I sort of wanted to play, you know what I mean? I'm being harsh saying it's a paycheck. Like, if I got offered 40 grand a week, we're going to take it, aren't we?
Most probably.
You know what I mean? Right, so it ain't their fault that people give it to them, you know what I mean?
Especially then, 40 grand a week, we're talking, 25 years ago? Like, it's a lot of money.
It sent the club under as well. They went into administration. And
did they? Because where are they now? I think they're two flights down.
Yeah, they're League 2 now. Yeah. The bottom league now.
Bottom league, so they're 3 down from the Premiership.
And they're bottom league and they're still getting 20,000 fans a week.
It's a mad play. Like when I was up there, it's like... It's almost, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like reminds me of the 90s when you're up there, isn't it? It's like old school. Everything's like
working class
proper, but everything's like old school, isn't it? Like everyone says good morning to you and things like that.
And that's what I'm saying. The old school values they got up there, and that's why I loved it up there, because I come from old school, and I'm about saying good morning, how are you doing, whatever. Even when you're going somewhere, you say please and thank you. It don't cost nothing.
No,
you know what I mean?
Well, I tell you what's funny, when you come from London, you go to other cities, like they're not big like London, are they? So it is more. It's still like almost not a village is the wrong way to put
community.
it. That's what. That's the word.
Yeah.
So it's like you
Like
still.
we had our community here. Like when we was growing up, we had a community. Like if you was misbehaving and you see an elder, you had to fix up real quick because you could get a clip from the elders, or they were going to be telling your mum and dad. So you had to behave yourself wherever you're going. Like little things I see now, like you see elder people getting on the bus now. The youngsters are going straight in front of them.
Can't have that.
I don't like it. Like we couldn't do it back in the day. We would have to wait for the elders to get on the bus, then we got on the bus.
Yeah.
You know, like all that manners and respect has gone in.
It's true. Do you know what? I tell you what, you just made me think. It happened to me about 6 weeks ago. I was at Westfield Shopping Centre, early morning. So I'd had a client close. I think it was a Sunday. So you know it's like empty in there, isn't it? But there's a few young people about, sort of in their 20s, and an old bloke fell over on the escalator.
Yeah.
Now the escalators are massive, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they were just sort of looking at him. I thought,
probably laughing at him, probably getting him film out.
Well, they just sort of looking. They weren't even that clever. They were sort of like, slack jaw, like didn't know what to do. So I helped him up and like got him to the top. But they just like, they were just looking at him.
Little things, but that social media and all that's sports society for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like social, like the boys I train and all that. They have to come in, say good morning to each other, shake hands, look in their eyes,
Is that right?
have a chat. Don't be late. Little things what get you through life. You know what I mean? And I put them through it.
Simple things. Like martial arts values almost, doesn't it? Like,
like I put them through adversity, bro. Like, don't go short on my line because we start again. You know what I mean? Little shit like that. You know what I mean? I'll give them times to get in, and that's the last person. So you've got to work as a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like,
it's
help the slow kid sort of thing. Yeah.
So if I'm struggling, you've got to help him. It might be you tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it might be you on the 5th run if you don't make it in time, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's cool, man. So we're in Wandle Rec, right, today? Like, as I say, as close to home as I could be for this one, just up the road from the mighty Earlsfield Boxing Club. Shout out Earlsfield.
Yeah.
But like, take us back a bit further, mate, because you started like Sunday football and you went up the ranks, which again, that's quite old school, and you don't hear that much anymore. And you went all the way to eventually playing for Jamaica, right? Like international football.
Yeah, but my story's a little bit different than anyone else's story.
Tell us, mate.
I started young, done it the traditional way, like wanting to play at academies and whatever. Got rejected, Crystal Palace, Millwall. And then Millwall again later on when I was about 17 was John Sackett. And then my mum and dad went back to Jamaica when I was 17.
Was your mum and dad from Jamaica originally, moved over here?
So they came here, worked, bought a house here, and then they wanted to retire back home in the sun, which I get. Yeah. But I always wanted to play football. I always had this dream, and when I talk to youngsters, I don't talk to them about, do this, do that. I've done it. I've stayed in this country on my own and living with my sister with no money because I had a dream. And you have to sacrifice certain things in life to fulfill your dream. So mum and dad went back, started getting in trouble, as you do. Like when mum and dad was here, you know, Caribbean families, discipline.
Toe the line, yeah.
You got it, unless you get some licks, yeah. So obviously they've gone. So now there's certain people who used to try and bully me back in the day.
Yeah. And when you're 17, you just living by yourself? You got brothers and sisters?
I was living with my sister in Croydon, but she's 4 years older than me. Yeah. Just had a kid.
Yeah. So she's not interested in a 17-year-old brother.
She's not grown herself, you know what I mean? She's looking after herself. And so I would find myself back in Battersea every day. At the time, I thought Croydon was a million miles from Battersea, you know what I mean?
Is that right, yeah?
So I was coming back, started getting up to loads of shit. And then I got arrested when I was 19. I got arrested for 4 robberies, 1 assault, 1 theft. Got 3 years. First ever sentence. I thought that was a bit harsh. 3 years.
And you're still 17?
I was 19.
19, I was going to say, right.
Yeah, 19.
So you're a man now, you're treated as a man anyway.
Yeah, man now. At 19, these are kids still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At 19, got the first sentence, gone to Feltham. I was on Feltham for 3 months. Then I went to Dover. Now Brixton. Then I went to Dover prison in Kent, which was eye-opener. But I was never a troublemaker.
Right.
Kept my head down. No one troubled me. Don't know what it was. I just had that aura about me that no one troubled me. Just let me get on with it because I never got involved in none of the bullshit. All the politics in there. I never smoked. Never drunk. all I'd done was train all day.
So no one's interested, are they? It's just to go to
I
train.
played football because we had a football team in there.
Yeah. And was you always good? Like from a young kid, did you have a talent? Was it a thing?
I was always the best in my school.
Right.
Or up there was the
You
best.
was always that kid, yeah.
Yeah, I was always a kid. Football, cricket.
Cricket as well.
Athletics as well, yeah. Because I watch sport differently. I would analyse sport differently. Like, I would look at sport and I'll think, I'm going to go out and practice for hours.
Yeah.
Where others would like be out there for an hour and they're gone.
Yeah.
I'll be there on my own, just putting in hours. I don't know where I got it from because none of my parents are sports people.
They're not. That's quite funny, isn't it? Because
None
like
of my
Caribbean, I
siblings,
think cricket makes sense, right?
My dad loves cricket.
Football to an extent, but like
they don't know.
Yeah.
And when I say I want to be a footballer, they say study your book.
Yeah.
You got to get education first and all that.
Yeah, right.
But I was in top class at school.
Was you?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Which is quite strange for sports people, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, if you was clever, you weren't at sport, and vice versa. It was like one of them.
That was your get out.
Yeah,
Isn't
that was it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was in top class.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
So you was an outlier from the off.
St. John's, I was in 1 TA. So ask your dad what TA and all that, right? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was TE, OF, OR, and PA was the thickest one.
Yeah. That was it. That was the dumb kids. Yeah.
Well, they probably weren't dumb kids. They're probably just naughty.
Yeah, right. Just didn't care about the other. Yeah, exactly.
And like, you know, I worked in a disadvantaged school, so I got the kids because everyone's got different skills, and a lot of teachers ain't got time to do anything with these kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me, because of football and whatever, I've got to be able to manage different people and find out what you're good at, what makes you tick. Because you might be good when I'll give you a bollocking. Yeah. But some others, I might have to put my arm around their shoulder and say, come on, you can do better.
Some people fade away, don't they? When you I remember that as a kid playing football. Like obviously I never played at your level or nothing, but there was like kids in there that were good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you'd see it, and like if the coach was on them too much, it was like.
That's when you have to find a balance. Yeah. How do you get the best out of it?
But that was the culture back in the day as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Not that I'm that old, I'm trying to sound like a dinosaur, but like
harsh,
it was. Everyone got told off back then. It wasn't the same, was it? There was none of that sort of.
It's only when I went into professional football that I saw a difference in that.
Really?
So obviously I went to prison now. Went to Dover. Done 2 courses in there. Done a distinction in maths.
Oh, proper courses?
Yeah, maths. I've done maths, and then I started doing mechanics. But then I got parole first time. That's what I say, that I was a model prisoner.
How long was you in there for?
They give me 3 years. I've done a year.
So he's out faster than you thought, I'm assuming.
Yeah, parole first time. You don't normally get parole first time. I got it the first time. Come out February, I think it was Valentine's Day I come out. I never knew about Valentine's Day then time. Girls weren't getting on to me like that at that time. And then I got arrested 3 months later. I was on the run for 6 weeks. I had an argument with some guy from Battersea who was bullying my mate when I was in prison.
Right.
So I see him in Battersea. My mate called it on with him. My mate weren't doing it too clever. I jumped in, bashed him up, robbed him, which I ain't even proud of that. That's how it went back in the day. Because he half thought he was a bit of a chap as well.
Right.
So he was driving around for weeks on end saying that he's going to kill me. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to wait to get killed. I'm going to come and look for you first.
Was he a serious guy? This threat was real, was it?
He thought he was serious.
He thought
any threat you have to take serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I waited for him to go to work, jumped out on him and said, hey, you're looking for me, aren't you? Had it on his toes. Call police.
Wow, okay.
So I was on the run for 6 weeks, and when you're on the run, you can't work.
Right.
You can only do one thing, isn't it? If you sign on, they'd be there waiting for you. So I was like, I got bored of running in the end. And they see me in Battersea, and I say, I can run. I'm tired of running.
What's the point? They're going to get you eventually.
I'm going to get caught.
You're going to live like this forever.
And I'll probably get caught for another robbery or something like that because I'm having to survive.
Right. And how old are you at this time?
I was 21.
21?
No, I was 21.
So you're still a
just
kid, really,
21.
isn't it?
Yeah, just
and what's your
21.
mindset like when you're on a run like this? Are you think about going abroad or anything, or are you just going to try and outrun
At
it?
that time, we weren't earning money like thinking about going abroad. I'm thinking I'm just going to survive as long as I can on the run.
Right, yeah. It's not a great plan, is it?
No, it's not a great plan. It's going to come and start. And I'm going back to Battersea where the crimes are happening anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I see them, they see me, they've nicked me, took me to station, straight on remand because I'm on licence anyway, and now I'm going big man's prison. Gone to work with scrubs. And listen, anyone who tells you that they're not shitting themselves, they're chatting shit.
Yeah.
Especially a young boy going into a big, and they got lifers and all that in there as well, like people up for big cases and that.
Yeah.
But then, yet again, I've gone there, and everyone's just looked out for me. I don't know what it was, but everyone looked out for me, all the prisoners. And us, big shout out to Terry Clark. I was in the cell with him in Brixton when I got to Brixton, looked out for me big time. And I always remember that's the first time I had ever been ruined by someone in a gym session. A geezer called Paul Jones in Brixton, doing a pack of cards. He was doing a pack of cards, and I was saying, "Can I train with you?" Because we couldn't get to the gym because we was on remand. So can I train with you? Yeah, come. Ruined me, yeah. But next day I woke up, can't come down the stairs, my legs are fucked.
Oh, pushed it to the limit and tried to keep up with him.
Yeah, that's me. You know? But I have to turn up the next day.
Yeah.
Otherwise he's going to think that I'm an idiot. I turned up, and that's when I'm thinking, no one can get the better of me no more. And that's where it all started. But on that sentence, going back to I got nicked, I was on remand 8 months. And my mate got nicked, but I knew he grasped on me.
Your mate did?
I knew he grasped on me. He got nicked before me, was out the same day. They come round to my mate's house where I was staying the following day. I've gone into another room, right? They've only checked the room that I was meant to be in, and they fucked off.
Yeah,
so
clues there, innit?
I knew straight away that he grasped me up. So when I got nicked now, I could have gone guilty, and I probably would have got 6 to 9 months less. But I'm like, I'm not going guilty. I want to see him stand in the dock against me, which he did. He wouldn't clean evidence against me. So that was all me. And remember, I jumped in for him.
It's a good mate, isn't it? Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah, but you know what? Certain things are meant to happen, aren't they?
Better finding out at a certain point, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, so I got 4 years, Kingston Crown Court. And I remember what the judge said to me. The judge has gone to me, he's gone, listen, if you come in front of me again, I am going to lose you in the system. Fuck me, that's a big statement. So they sent me to Camp Hill, Isle of Wight. Have you heard of Camp Hill, Isle of Wight? Isle of Wight's naughty anyway, right? The sentence I had, that's the worst prison for the sentence I had.
Really? And were you using Wandsworth Scrubs on remand, you said?
I was on Wandsworth Scrubs.
And then they send you straight there for
I had to go Brixton because I was on trial. When you're on Kingston Crown Court, you go back and forth from Brixton. And then I come back to Brixton after I got my sentence. Then they shipped me to the Isle of Wight. And then got there. I was shitting because I knew all about the Isle of Wight. It was the worst prison. Violence and drugs, that's what prison was about. And I'm thinking, fuck me. I know someone's going to stick it on me. I just turned 21, it's big man's prison.
It's a funny age, 21, isn't it? Because you're still a kid, really. What did you feel like going in? Did you feel like a boy or did you feel like a man?
I still felt like a kid.
Yeah.
But I knew that I couldn't be having it off no one because I'm going to get bullied for the rest of my sentence. So I've gone in there, gone onto a wing called Thomas's. That was a wing I've stayed on my whole sentence. But there's a guy called Talak in there, wing bully.
Is that right?
So I come down, you put your name up for the phone, yeah? So my name's up at the top. He's come down and rubbed it off.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I've gone, what are you doing? He's gone, don't give it unless I do you. I've gone, we're going to have it then. One of my pals is in there, so we went in the table tennis room now. My mate's keeping dog. I bashed the fuck out of him. Knocked him out clean. He's sleeping in there. He's on the chair like this. I broke my hand. This one here, that's an operation. What I had to have.
Still, you can see it now. Look, hold that up to the camera. It's still a bit mashed up.
That hand's gone.
Yeah.
I broke this about 9, 10 times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's tear ups left, right, and but that one, that's the operation in Camp Hill Prison. Knocked him out. Grassed me up.
You grassed you up again. That's what I was going to ask you. And how did that go? And he's grassed.
Obviously, it never took much working out because he's knocked out in the thing.
And you got a fucked up hand.
And I got fucked up hand.
I didn't do it, boss.
Yeah. Gone to the block. I've had to go to hospital first. Gone to the block. And then they give me 7 days. I've lost 7 days. But I take that all day long. But then I had to go to Parkhurst to have an operation on my hand. Yeah, the proper operation. They put a plate in there and whatever, and come back to the wing. He got shipped out. Obviously, he's a grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right, because that's a whole another set of problems.
Oh
isn't it?
mate, don't want to be a grass in there.
Probably not. Yeah.
Everyone's on you.
Yeah.
And the Screws never liked him anyway.
Right. Why? Because he was a bully. And
Yeah, he's a bully and he's ignorant as well.
Right.
But I think he played the system because he wanted to come back to London.
And that's what I was going to ask you as well. When you go to Isle of Wight, is everyone from everywhere, or is it quite
Everywhere.
So up north,
the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
They send you there if you're a problem.
Right.
Because it's hard for your visits, an all-day thing for your visits.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's travelling, you have to get ferry across and all that.
Yeah.
So
and how about your mum and dad? Because they've gone back to Jamaica. Did they know you was in prison?
They never knew that I was in prison on the first one.
Right.
But Mum came over when I was in Scrubs on the second one.
Right.
And gone to Mum's sister, where's my son? And she's like, he's in prison. That's the only time I've cried in my sentence.
Damn.
She come up on the visit. Why are you doing this to me, son? See your mum crying and that, Rob.
Sister could have helped you out with you and said you was on holiday, couldn't she?
Fucking a long holiday. Mummy knew that I never had no money to go on holiday. The only holiday I could have went is Jamaica.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, when I saw my mum break down in there, bro, that touched me. I was like, because me and my mum were like, me, my mum and dad were all close. Right. Really close. My mum is my first love and my queen. Right. Well, she was. Yeah. She's passed now, but yeah, me and my mum, like, to break her heart, I just felt like shit.
But did she live long enough to see you play later?
She saw me play for Jamaica, in Jamaica.
There you go, you made that right.
Yeah,
then, right?
Yeah, made it right. Listen, she was the one who taught me anyways. When I was a kid growing up, if I come in, because our state there's 5 black families, so you get racism or whatever, get bullied by people, used to come in crying sometimes. She'll walk me back outside. Go and fight, what am I feeding you for? Even if you get me, you know that bullies don't really like it anyway. They don't want to fight people, do they?
No.
So,
especially not as kids, right?
Yeah.
No. What are we talking here? We're talking like 70s, 80s, aren't we?
Yeah. So 70s, 80s, yeah.
So it's different time.
So I knew from then that I have to fend for myself, man. You can't really back down, you know what I mean?
And for the younger viewers, no internet back then, right?
No internet.
No YouTube. No iPhone.
And not sliding in no girls' DMs. You have to talk to them.
Well, I'm even young or old enough, I should say, to remember having to ring people's houses. I remember ringing up, is so-and-so there, and you just, as the phone's ringing, you're thinking, I hope my mum answers, not the dad. I fucking hope the mum answers.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
That fear factor's gone now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it, yeah. No, you just text them, innit?
Yeah, text them or DM them or not. I'm like, no, man. That's why the social element's gone as well. These kids can't talk to no one. I mean, all done by phone.
Yeah.
But that's what stood me in good stead in later in life, because I was being able to communicate with people. And that sentence for me was a godsend.
Right.
Like, after that happened, we had an inter-wing competition where all the wings play football against each other, and you get, I think we got about £10 in your canteen, which is a lot of money in prison at the time. It's like gold dust, each person. So we won the tournament, and they had never won it ever, my wing. We won the tournament. And the prison had a team, a semi-pro team called Cow Sports used to come into the prison every Boxing Day and play against the prison team.
Like a bit like some longest yard shit going on.
Like so,
but not the Screws.
No.
Not the Screws, but
no.
similar,
I played the Screws in Women's Scrubs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we bashed them up. That's your chance to get back at them.
That's what I'm thinking. Is it like one of them?
Yeah, but me, I don't go around kicking anyone like intentionally. I want to win. And we bashed up the Screws in Women's Scrubs, and all the prisoners are on the outside watching.
Yes, that's proper like.
Yeah, and then this game against the semi-pro side, all the prisoners were on the outside. Do you remember You must know your boxing man, Ambrose Mendy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Nigel Benn's promoter, wasn't
He was in prison with me
he? Right. Okay.
in Camp Hill. So I played in this game now. See me play up. Scored 2 goals against them. Yeah? Proper team. Beat them 3-2. And I've scored a header in the 8-something minute. And I've scored one in the top corner early doors. Played really well. And I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm thinking just me playing football. You know what I mean? The manager of that team knew the guy in the gym, Mr. Walder, and said to him, any chance we can get him out every weekend to play for us? For pro side. That's where it started.
Is that right? I didn't know that was coming, yeah.
Ambrose Mendy has gone like, listen, Jay, I'm coming out soon. I'm going to keep tabs on you. I'm going to get you trials when you come out.
Ooh. And what's he doing at this time? Has he already done stuff before prison?
Yeah,
like he's connected and stuff?
He's not points.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was all before. So
Nigel Ben and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's massive. I was like, all right, cool. Because remember, Watson had fought Ben before, Eubank had fought Ben before, and this is after that.
Right.
Because I remember listening to Ben Watson when I was in Scrubs.
Yeah.
When Michael Watson's brain damage thing, and I was like, fucking hell. God rest it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bless
so
him.
we're talking early 90s here, aren't we?
Yeah. 91, I was in Camp Hill in 91, 92, 93. Yeah. So he said to me, yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on your career or whatever. But no one had ever been let out week in, week out to play for a semi-pro, so it's unheard of. So what they said to the manager, he's going up for parole soon. If he comes back from his home leave, we'll think about it. So got knocked back from my first parole, which I knew was coming, because I got parole first time last time. Came back, started letting me out every weekend.
To go and play?
Go and play football. Get semi-pro side, proper, they have fans on the, because the Isle of Wight, there's 2 teams on the Isle of Wight. When I first got there, they was getting like 200 to 300 fans. After a few months of me playing, they was getting 500, 600 fans. And I'm playing well now. Like, I had TV people coming into the prison, newspapers, all sorts. But that could have worked the other way for me.
Right, okay.
In prison.
In prison, yeah.
Yeah, because people could have had some
Fuck
resentment.
that guy, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
who's he think he is? Never had none of that, man.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, and one guy I have to give a shout out as well, Mickey Bowman. If you come from Battersea or Wandsworth or whatever, all over, if you know Mickey Bowman, you know that he's proper real. He's another one. Took care of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Proper. I had loads of prisoners in there, took care of me. Everyone looked out for me.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, man. They was like, just cheering me on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I tell you what's mad, right? You're in prison and it's sort of early 20s, right?
Yeah.
So you're a man, but it's like, was you, at this point when you're going into prison, I'm assuming you're not still thinking you're going to be a professional footballer at this point, are you? Like that ship sailed.
I had no inkling. I was just glad to get out and play for a semi-pro.
Right.
Side.
Yeah.
But the manager of this team, this is where the belief comes in. And I talk about man management. The manager of this team started writing teams, writing Southampton, Portsmouth. He said, listen, I've got a player here who can make it as a professional. So when he's saying that, they gave me the job in the gym as a gym orderly.
Right, okay.
I'm training 6 times, 7 times a day.
A day?
A day. Before I woke up, before the boys woke up, I'd do the pack of cards. Then I'll go down the gym, I'll play football twice, do a gym session. Go back in the afternoon, maybe play football, and then another gym session. And then I might do another session before we go sleep at night time.
So you're completely insane for it, basically.
You have to be obsessive.
Yeah.
All right? And this is what people don't get. They see the end product. They don't see what goes before that, all the hard work, all the runs you have to do, all the hard work. And there's a lot of failure in that. I can't do this, you know what I mean? But next week on, you can do that. You have to keep raising the bar. And this is how I train people now. So like, I'm getting let out every week. And before I got parole the second time.
And what's the time between the first and second?
I done 2-2 out of that, so after 16 months, It's probably about 8 months, something like that.
So relatively close, isn't it?
Yeah, so I
you're
done
on.
2. But what they done, very clever. They gave me parole in pre-season. They fought it out, knew that I had the trial. Ambrose Mendy has come on to the prison and said, got a trial for him at Southend. So they give me pre-season, they give me parole pre-season. So I've walked out of prison. All the TV cameras are there.
Was it? Yeah.
Followed me to the ferry and everything. And then tomorrow I've got Southend trial. TV cameras are there again. And that team there, I've never got nothing there, but I've got friends from that football club. I don't know what it is, bro, but wherever I went, people talked to me and looked after me. And I'm friends with about 7 of their players now. And these players have gone on to do good things in the game and that, be managers and whatever. And I'm still tight with them.
That's good, isn't it? And what tier were they in? What level were they in?
They was in the Championship,
The equivalent of the Championship. So it's good standing, isn't it?
They was
really
good as well.
standing,
They was good under Barry Fry. And Barry Fry was like a bit of a wide boy, isn't he? Like, him and Edwin stayed in the air, man. So never got nothing there. Then I went to Millwall. Done well there, but never got nothing. My man tried to tell me about, can give you 250 quid, but we want you to stay in digs. And I'm like, I just come out of prison. I'm 23. But you want me to stay with kids? But I get it now. I never got it at the time because obviously I'd just come out of prison and wanted to monitor everything I'm doing. Then I went to Wimbledon, nothing happened there. And then the best thing what happened, I went to Sunderland on trial. Terry Butcher used to be England captain. Yeah. He was manager.
For anyone who doesn't know, there's the famous photo of him with a bandage on
the
his head and blood coming
picture.
out of it. That's Terry Butcher.
Yeah.
And also, for anyone who doesn't know, from where we are, Sunderland is
300 miles
about
away.
as far as you can go.
Yeah, the end of the earth.
Yeah.
So I've gone out there on a Sunday, put me in a hotel. First hotel I've ever been in my life, except for Her Majesty's Hotel, yeah. I'm in this hotel, jacuzzi, everything.
A proper hotel. They stuck you in like a bed sit up there.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I've arrived. So I'm in there now, but I was meant to be out there for a week on trial. After 2 days, I'm like, I'm homesick. And you know their accent, I couldn't understand it at first. What the fuck are they saying? But I train Monday, train Tuesday, Wednesday. We have a game on the Thursday against Leeds.
And is this a league game? Is this a proper? Oh, it's pre-season still.
Reserve game.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So I play in this game. You know when you've played well. And I've ripped the left back a new arsehole. All right? I know I played well. But you still don't know that you're going to get anything.
Right.
So the next day, Terry Butcher's called me in his office. He's gone, sit down, son. Sat down, he's gone, you excite me. I'm going to sign you. I'm like, fuck me. So he's gone, listen, go back to London. Spend a weekend with your family. We've got a game next Tuesday. Come to the game. We've got Leicester away. Come to the game, play in the game, and you come back on the coach. And
is this first team?
I was playing the reserves first.
Yeah.
So I'll come back on Leicester. I played in the reserves, come back up, and then I'm training with the first team. I sign on the Friday. I make my debut live on ITV against Middlesbrough for the first team. Live on ITV on the Sunday. From signing, I signed, I think, on my mum's birthday, and I made my debut on the Sunday. Yeah. Live on ITV, I'll come on for 20 minutes, lost 4-1. But then, on the Tuesday, he starts me at home against Luton. Got man of the match, won 2-0. And then went out with the boys for a nightclub in Newcastle called Julie's. What a night.
Shout out Julie's.
Yeah, and Julie's was ledge. Any footballer who don't know Julie's, you ain't lived. So then you're thinking, oh, this game's easy.
Yeah.
But then you feel, the longer it goes on, you realise that football is all about ups and downs. Sport is. So play that one, play Luton, play against Bristol City. Then the gaffer gets the sack. Gutted, because he was a proper man. Like even now, we message on LinkedIn. I always say to him, "Thank you."
Yeah, still.
I always say.
And this is like over 30 years ago now.
Yeah, I say to Gaffer, "Thank you very much. You saved my life. Literally saved my life because you know how it goes. People look at what you've done in your past, and not what you're about. They don't get to know the person.
Especially if you've been in prison. People just see that, don't they?
Yeah, they just see that. They don't sit down and say, "Oh, why did you do it?" They don't get into all that.
They don't get that far. They don't care enough to ask that, do they?
You know what I mean? And then he's a reserve team manager. Was a geezer called Mick Buxton. Horrible geezer. Comes from Barnsley, flat cap man. Right? It's like
stereotypical Barnsley man.
Yeah, just like hated everyone. Yeah, especially characters. Yeah?
Right. If you had a personality, you was on the hit list, sort of thing. Yeah.
So me and my boy David Rush, who I have to give him a big. Because when I went up there, obviously I had no mates whatsoever, homesick, but me and him hit it off like this. We're mates now still. I went up there about 2 months ago to Sunderland to see him.
Is that where he's from? Is he a Sunderland boy? Yeah?
He's a Sunderland boy, so like he befriended me.
Yeah.
Mate, I think we was doing a bit too much clubbing. Yeah? I've been locked up for years. I want to get to know the females and that. So me and him was out all the time. But when it come to work, we was working.
Right.
But this Mick Buxton never liked me.
Sorry, just going back, was that the culture at the time now? Was it sort of a bit of a drinking like out of the weekends anyway?
Lads I mean, boys being boys.
Yeah.
So Buxton never liked me for some reason. I was in that nice hotel. He's like, "Yeah, you can't stay there no more. We're going to put you in a bed sit on the seafront." So I've gone to the... Now you lost me anyway, yeah? But you will never lose me on the pitch, but you're trying to half bully me. So I'm like, "No, I've got to get out of here." So Terry Butcher's number 2 has got the manager's job at Doncaster. So I rang him up. This was League 2 as well. Rang him up and said, "Atco, I need to get out. Any chance you getting me?" He said, "Yeah, I'll come and get you." Paid 20 grand for me. That's like 6-7 months after coming out of jail. 20 grand paid for me. I'm thinking, a bit of that. Went there. And at this time, like, you know, as a sportsman, you always have to know what you've done wrong. That's the only way you improve. Right? So I wasn't living the right life at this time. So I've gone there. I scored my first league goal. Done all right, but I know I can do better. He gets sacked in off season.
Jesus Christ!
I think I'm getting everyone sacked. But I know that everything's done for a reason. Me going to Sunderland was a godsend because I'm 300 miles away from the bullshit what I had here.
Right.
And when I go into prisons and talk now, I always talk about you have to change your environment if you want to change. Right. Then Doncaster, a guy called Sammy Chung took over. Turned out to be one of the best managers for me.
Really, yeah. And where's Doncaster in the country? That's far up there as
well.
Yeah,
it's about 180 miles from London.
Yeah, far enough.
Yeah,
Past Watford.
It's
past Watford, you're north.
Near Sheffield.
Is it? Okay, yeah, I got
near
you.
Sheffield.
Okay.
So I'm up there now. We've come back pre-season now. I've come back 2 days late because they hadn't sorted out my digs and whatever. I train one day, win all the running. The next day we play in a game. Scored one, made one. So he brought me in the office the next day, him and this geezer called George Smith, who's proper sergeant major, don't really smile for no one, yeah? They brought me in the office and they're gone, "Sit down." And I'm like, "Fucking hell, I'm in trouble here." Manager's gone, "What do you want to do with your career?" I said, "I want to play in the Premier League." He's gone, "You've got the capabilities to play in the Premier League. You've got all the tools needed to play in the Premier League." Oof. Straight away, that gives you confidence.
And is the Premier League a new thing at this point? Relatively new, so it was a big deal.
I think it was about two years.
So it's still like a
years,
big sort of change from what I know.
Massive,
It's a bit before my time, but like going from First Division to the Premier League was a big deal,
massive,
right?
Big jump. So like, I was with him. Season starts season will start probably August. Yeah, August. So 5 months I'm with him. All the team talks, he's like, get the ball out to Jamie. Jamie, take him on, get crosses in. Take him on, get crosses in. So I've done that. I'm in London, transfer deadline sort of time. Get a call off my agent. Leicester want to sign you in the Premier League. I say, fuck off, you wanted me out. They said, no, you got medical tomorrow. I'll pick you up in London. We drove up there, I've signed for Leicester for 300 grand. This is 17 months after coming out of prison.
Yeah.
Madness. I'm thinking, fucking hell. And me, I'm nervous, but I take things in my stride. Can't be more daunting than going up in front of a judge, can it?
Probably not, no. You're all right. What's going to happen? You're going to get dropped.
Yeah. So, got out there. Mark McGee was the manager who signed me. But we was like near the bottom. We ended up going down. But my first game, I played Man City away. Set out the winner. Mark Robbins scored the winner.
Well, that's aged well now. If you say Man City, people will think they've always been king of the mountain, don't they?
Yeah, and it was that main road as well.
Yeah. Different time, wasn't it?
Yeah, different time. We beat them 1-0. We never stayed up. But then next season started, Mark McGee started, and I'm not really in the team. Like, you can't get in for love nor money. But I was doing shit wrong. I was travelling from London to Leicester every day.
Too far.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You can't do that every day.
As a sportsman, you can't do it. You get caught out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was travelling back. Of course, I wanted to be around the boys and the girls and whatever. Then he's left. Martin O'Neill's come in. Absolute legend of a manager. And a better geezer.
Was he? Yeah.
Better geezer, or like. He's taught me so much about life. Like, I like honesty. If you've got something to say, just say it to me. It might not be that deep. All right. So he's come in. They wanted him out in the first 10 games, the Leicester fans, because he was trying to get his team together. It takes time.
I can remember this. This is when I was sort of a young kid coming into like really liking football. I remember this time period. Yeah.
So like, it takes time for your team to gel. So he's got people like Neil Lennon, Muzzy Izzet's come on loan. It was Claridge. And Claridge was funny as fuck.
Was he? Yeah.
Ledge, mate. Ledge. I used to travel in with him sometimes and that.
How's that
One
right?
of the nicest geezers. Heskey come through, like Heskey was my roomie.
He was local boy when he from
Yeah,
Leicester.
yeah. We still speak. He's my roomie.
Is that right?
Hey, I was the first person who brought him to London, mate. Raving. Corrupted him.
Is that right? Big Emil got you to blame for all that.
In Colosseum, got him in Colosseum and that one. We had a proper team. Gary Parker, Matty Elliott, Steve Walsh, Guppy, Simon Grayson, Spencer Pryor. I don't want to disrespect anyone and leave them out.
I was going to say, you've named too many names now, you've left a few out. Some people go, bro.
Yeah, I can't leave them out. We had a proper team. But like, I weren't playing every week, but I was always around it. But the season we got promoted back to the Premier League, because I was in London, one day I think, I'm going to throw sick in. And that sick become 10 days sick in.
No, yeah. And
I'm ringing in, I'm like sick. And I actually got a sick note from the doctor, but the gaffer ain't believing it, innit? Martin O'Neill, you ain't stupid. So, got to the playoffs now. Final against Palace. And I know that I might be on the bench because I can play any position. So I've tried, everyone's got suits and I've tried to come back to the club and get involved and all that.
Feel better now, gaffer?
Yeah. Right, so he's called me outside, isn't it? He's gone, listen, get your suit and fuck off. I don't want to see you until next season.
But Gaffer, Wembley.
I'm like, and there's a lot of money on this game for me as well, bonuses as well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right, cool. Yeah, 'cause they say that's the most expensive game in football, don't they? If you win that
and
one,
then
that's like the
obviously
big one.
like what we done, we got bonuses for every game you played. You get bonuses at the end of the season. So I'm willing the boys to go up and all that. I'm thinking, come on, boys.
Yeah, please,
You know what I mean?
please.
So they end up scoring. Claridge scores last minute of normal time, and we go up in the Prem. So what I like about Martin O'Neill, come back the next season, not said a word. He's wiped the slate clean. But I'm still doing this travelling. I've done a bit of pre-season. Now we've got to go away to Cornwall Army Camp for pre-season. Sunday I have to be there at 12 o'clock on the train now. I've got there at fucking 12:15. Bruv, they've gone, innit? They fucked off, left me. But the next day I've got the train up there or whatever. He's called me outside, he's gone, what happened? I said, oh, the train was delayed, Gaffer. I thought he swallowed it. Yeah. Next day I'm at lunch, call me out again, innit? This is before no internet, nothing. He had all the trains times printed out. He's gone, you fucking lying cunt. Rah, rah, rah. He's gone, listen, this is going to be the hardest pre-season of your fucking life. I was with the first team, reserve team, and the kids. Never had the day off for a month. Right, I'm going here, there, and everywhere. Because I never complained, just got on with it. I was involved in the team all season. We ended up staying up in the Premiership, comfortable, and winning a Coca-Cola Cup. And, bruv, my contract was up that year. And obviously you have to go in for your new contract and all that. He left me till last, innit? But only because he wanted to eat food with me. Because even the first time he came in as manager, this is what he used to do. Because he played under Cloughy, he's like Cloughy. So he'd call the boys down and he'd be like, just hold them away. He's gone, who wants a drink? Boys are looking at each other, it's the day before a game. He's gone, who wants a drink? I've gone, I have a pint of Guinness. Everyone started having a beer or whatever, and then he sent everyone to bed. He's gone, nah, you're not going to bed. When you sit down there, I want to talk to you. He asked me all them questions, what I said, what people should ask. How comes you ended up in prison? How comes you got over the prison? Rah, rah, rah. He wanted to know everything. So I knew that he was a good man manager. So when it come to like my contract renewal now, he's gone, listen, I want to offer you a new contract, 2 years. It'd be better money, you know, but I can't guarantee you first team football. And I loved that honestly, like. So he said, listen, I'll give you the weekend, go and speak to your family, and then come back to me. He said, I've had a couple of people on the phone already about you. Come and see me Monday. So I came back Monday. I hadn't really spoke to my family. I knew that I had to leave.
Oh, you knew you had to leave, okay.
But if you're not a footballer if you're not playing every week.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't know how good you can be. It's just in your sport or boxing or whatever, you're being a sparring partner.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't scratch the itch, does it? You know
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, come back, gone, Gaffer. I think I need to leave to find my direction, whatever. I remember he signed me 300. They signed me 300 grand. He's gone, listen, I want you to make some money out of this game. I'm gonna let you go for 50 grand, but you just remember, fucking love you.
Oh.
Him, I knew it anyway, yeah. Him, Steve Walford, John Robertson. Because John Robertson was a bit of a wide boy as well. He played with Martin. Martin knows the game. Steve Walford comes from, he's East Endmer. So when he saw a character like me, he's like, I love him, and I'd never let him down.
Yeah, I got you.
And on the pitch, I'll give all in. I'll get hurt, or whatever. And
Just
then
don't expect you to turn up on time for the train.
No, but now, I'm so different. Like, I'm late. I'm never late anywhere, and players can't be late for me because I learned along the way. And that's what he said to me as well. If you're going to sign, you have to move up. You have to move to Leicester, just rather because then you'll improve.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You got to, if you're going to take it serious. Because that trip, what's that trip? 3 hours-ish, 2.5?
Lucky if it's 2.5, if it's two and a half.
to 3.
Because remember, like, I'm in Battersea, so you have to get across London
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
The motorway weren't bad sometimes, it'd be an hour on the motorway.
It's just one of them places that's a bit too far to go every day, innit? You know?
Yeah. So I ended up getting training in the end, because make the train take the strain and all that.
At least you can sit down and chill. Yeah.
But then I signed for Bradford, Chris Kamara. You know Chris Kamara?
Of course, yeah.
I signed when I was in Jamaica. I was with my missus in Jamaica.
Just on holiday?
Yeah, I was on
Chilling.
holiday, yeah. Absolutely doing shit, except for gym work. Weren't doing no runs whatsoever. Signed via fax, 50 grand.
It's a sign of the times, that, and it fact.
Yeah.
For anyone, people listening to this going, what the fuck's a fax?
Fax, yeah. Fax machine, right?
Before it was emails, it used to say telephone number fax, didn't it? Now that's died out and it's email.
You don't see no fax no more.
No.
So I signed via fax now. And I've gone, I remember I stepped off the plane. I'm going pre-season tomorrow. I've had to fly straight out to Bradford. I'm thinking, fucking hell, bit grim up here, isn't it? When I stepped off the train, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, fucking, what have I done? They put me in a hotel as well. I stayed in the hotel for 3 months. Cammy was running mad.
What's the hotel like? Have we got a good hotel this time, not a bed sit?
Nah, it weren't a great hotel. It was a Stackers, right in the centre of town. You come out the train station, it's right there. But I enjoyed it in the end.
Yeah.
I got to know all the staff there, as I do.
Right,
You know what I mean?
And sorry, just going back a step, you know, like when you've signed as a pro for Leicester, and you like, did life change overnight?
Yeah.
And was you like, you know, if you was out and about with the boys, and like, was you a celebrity? Did you have that kind of vibe, or was it under the radar enough that you could just still live?
I was kind of a celebrity, especially like in London. I'm a
Yeah.
celebrity, especially Battersea and that.
Yeah.
My man played. And in Leicester, you're noticed everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I had that mad hairstyle,
Of
high
course,
knuckle,
right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So you're even more noticed, you know what I mean?
Didn't help yourself with the noticing thing.
Nah, weren't too shy one time with the hairstyle. But I was shy.
You was? Oh, okay.
I am shy and still shy, but I'm better with it now.
Yeah.
I was shy back in the day. I like to be the one in the little corner.
Yeah.
When I used to come back to London, there's a pub called the Beaufoy Arms, or it was on Lavender Hill, it was like a Jamaican player. I was in there all the time.
Right.
And I would go there until 1 o'clock, and then I'll go West End with the boys.
Right.
But I always kept my same friends, and which I still have today. Never ever forgot where I come from. The minute you forget where you come from, you're in trouble. You know, you have to keep grounded, right? And my boys can tell me anything, and I'll take it on the chin, right? You know?
Was you getting stick about your games at the weekend? Was they like fucking ring you up like, fucking hell, how'd you miss that one and all that?
No,
No.
they knew. Yeah? If we lost as well, go talk to me.
You leave him alone.
Yeah,
Give him one leave him alone.
Yeah, because I'm angry when I lose, right? Bradford, listen, Cammy, first day pre-season, I'll never forget it. Because I hadn't done nothing through the summer, I was at the back with the keepers. We've done some canal run, it's called, yeah. Anyone in Bradford who's played at Bradford would know the canal run is a fucking joke. And Cammy's running as well, he's at the front.
And how old was he at the time? He's getting on a bit by then,
About
right?
40 something.
Oh, okay, he's not, okay.
Yeah, but he's a runner.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a
So he's not
runner.
that, he's not old.
Yeah, he's 40 something, but he's a good runner. And I'm thinking, fucking hell. But after 2 weeks of pre-season, I'm at the front. Right, that's how I was quick. And when it comes to fitness and that, I'm driven, you know, proper driven. But we started the season all right under him, but we faded away, and then he got the sack. And I remember one day he gave us all the dressing down in the change room because we was going out way too much. And he sat everyone down. He slated everyone, and he come over to me and he's gone, and you fucking mustardise. I'm coming out, I've got after a piss up and all that, my eyes all over the shop. You fucking mustardise, I don't know which one's going to turn up. And And I'm like, fucking hell. And then he got the sack, and then Paul Jewell took over. Me and Paul Jewell are good friends now. Just knew how to get the best out of me. Like, proper man's man.
Because he was a young manager at the time as well,
Yeah,
when he would have been young.
He was younger than Stuart McCall.
That's what, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, he took over, and no one thought that he was going to get the job because it was caretaker at the time. But then, there was 2 months left of that season, and he said to me, like, Jay, I love you, but you've got to be fitter. So, in the summer, they've actually backed him and given him a 2-year contract and backed him in the transfer market with Lee Mills, Gareth Wally. There's about 5 players coming, Stephen Wright, Isaiah Rankin. I'm thinking, right, we're going for it. Because that's the only reason I went to Bradford, because they said that it was going to go into the Premier, they wanted to go for the Premier League. And I was like, okay, I'll have a bit of that. So, this season now, off season, I've not gone on holiday. I've not gone on one holiday. I started training 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd run. Like, I was living in Wandsworth Common at the time, just round the corner from the Surrey Tavern. I would run round Wandsworth Common, round Clapham Common, and come back round. I would time the runs. Then I would go to the gym at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, do all different sessions. Then I'll run again at night time. And I'll time everything. So by the time I went back now, not touched a drop of drink all summer. I'm back 2 weeks, winning everything. He's called me in the office. He's gone, I want to offer you a new 4-year contract.
4-year contract?
4-year contract.
Yo.
I had a year left.
Yo.
4-year contract signed me. He said, you know, in boxing, you know this, it's all about getting it right. You want to be sharp at the right time in your camp, yeah? He stopped playing me in games. He said, you're ripe already. You know what I mean?
Oh, you need to chill, like,
Yeah,
calm down.
it needs to keep you out of this now, because you're ready to go.
And that season, unbelievable season. I was fit as fuck. We went up, ended up beating Wolves last game of the season to go up into the Premier League, beaten 3-2 at Molineux. And then every season after that, I've done the same thing. The next season I've done it, it gave me another 4-year contract. Renewed it.
Wow. And how old are you at this point?
I'm 28 now. Now I know, because the first, obviously, you know, you come out of jail and you're all like, you're living that life of being a footballer, but you're not really living the other side of being a professional.
Yeah.
I'm now living the professional life as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And 28 years old, a 4-year contract. Not that 32 is old, but then, if you got past 30, they looked at you like you're on your way out.
At that time, like, obviously, we had Stuart McCall 35, 36.
Oh,
so
okay.
they were, and I was probably one of the younger ones in there.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was the one, the legs in our team.
Yeah.
I'll do all the donkey work and all that. You know? And that's what, he knew how important I was to the team. He signed others, but he would always play me. And then that season in the Premier League, we done really well at home. That's what probably kept us in the league. I done really well in the Premier that year as well, because I was an athlete. I could get close to people, I'd do, and then I got injured against Newcastle. I broke my jaw both sides in training.
How's that happen?
Gunnar Haller, one of my teammates, has just gone to go like that. He's caught me on the point of my chin, broke both sides.
Just an accident type
just
thing,
an accident,
just a freak thing.
There's nothing malicious about it at all. And I missed so many games leading up to the end of the season. Then I come back just before a Leicester game, started training. They lost that 3-0, I was on the bench, I come on 20 minutes, I got standing ovation from everyone. And then we got Liverpool last game of the season to stay up in the Premier League. Obviously I support Liverpool as well. My boy Heskey's there.
You've ruined the question at the end, bro. That's the wrong answer. Jesus Christ.
And my boy Heskey's there as well.
Yeah. And where's the game? This is Valley Parade?
Yeah, Valley Parade. But on the Wednesday, the game's Sunday, I'll get a phone call from Jamaica, find out that my dad's dying in Jamaica.
Ooh.
He's got cancer, he's dying.
Oh, he's dying, he's not died yet, okay.
He was dying at the time, so I got into Gaffer, I don't think I can play this game, like my diagnosed cancer, he's dying. You know what he said to me? Well, he's gone, do it for your dad. What more team talk do you need? All right, so I've gone now. Sunday comes. He says it himself. Said, that's got to be your best game in a Bradford City shirt ever. I remember I hadn't really trained either. I'm on adrenaline.
And has your dad watched you play? Did your dad come over and see you play?
He see me play at Chelsea, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Dad's good with me.
So, this game now, I was on fire. I was everywhere. He says to me, the gaffer, he says to me, I can see them Liverpool players' faces, and they're like, who is this madman? He's closing everyone down. I'm here, there, and everywhere. We end up beating them 1-0. They needed to beat us to go in the Champions League.
So it's a serious game for them too.
Michael Owen, Redknapp and all that, Carragher and all that are playing. Hippier, Henschel.
Bit before Gerrard, was Gerrard playing? Or was
Gerrard was playing.
He was playing, but he's young, right? He was
He was playing. I got a picture with him there. So all playing. And Patrick Berger.
That's an old.
Yeah,
that's an old name.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we end up
Good
beating them 1-0, man.
Yeah.
And then Gaffer's done me, had me in tears.
Yeah.
Come in the change room. He's come up to me. That's for your dad. Mate, obviously I hadn't told none of the boys either.
Oh, so it was just you. Only you and him knew.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got, that's for your dad. Mate, fucking tears streaming everywhere, bro. Then we've gone out, celebrated and that. And then I brought my dad over on the Wednesday because I thought that I might be able to do something in England and that. He ended up dying like just a month or something after and that one.
But did he watch that game on TV?
Nah,
he didn't.
nah. Yeah, and then we took him back. One thing, what happened before he died, I got called up for Jamaica as well.
Wow. And
Called
was
up.
there ever a thought of playing for England, or was it Jamaica called you and that was it?
I knew that England weren't going to come
Right.
and call me,
Yeah.
but Jamaica called me up. But they withdrew the invitation because of my criminal record. I'm like, cheeky cunts.
So they asked you and then unasked you.
Yeah. So, but then people saying like, he's done his crime. He's played in England for how long now? Give him a chance.
Yeah.
So what happened? Like my dad was in hospital. The president of the Football Federation flew over to England to tell my dad that I will be called up for Jamaica and I will play for Jamaica.
Yo, that's mad, that, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. So he died proud, man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I ended up taking Daddy back to Jamaica, and then I ended up representing Jamaica. And Mummy got to watch me play for Jamaica as well.
Yeah, that's cool. That's mad.
Yeah,
That's a mad one. So, was you more proud to play for Jamaica for them rather than England, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for them, 100%. You know what I mean? Like, they got kudos over there as well. Like, Mummy.
Because their
yes,
boys
I'll
play for Jamaica.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, even my brothers and sisters out there, they love it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
cool, right, yeah.
And I'm still good friends with my Jamaican teammates and that, like Ricardo, Garla, Fuller. They're proper. I enjoyed every minute of playing for my country.
That's cool. Did you score for Jamaica?
Yeah, once against
You
USA.
did?
Once
Yeah, against USA as well. Yeah, that's cool,
away
isn't it?
as well, man. Yeah.
Nice. Where'd you play? Where was the game? Away?
Boston. Was it Boston or somewhere? No, I don't think it was Boston. Or somewhere else. I can't remember where it was. I'll find out where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What was that like, scoring for Jamaica?
mate, proudest moment of my life, man.
Was it? Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, man.
More than winning the League Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a country, you're playing
Yeah,
for your
yeah.
country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The League Cup, I loved that. Because there's even the League Cup, I played every game. I was joint top scorer with Hesk. And then when it come to Wembley, Gaffer dropped me. Dropped me in the change room. Not said to me nothing.
No.
And then football's a funny thing. Hess scored the last minute equaliser, so it goes to replays back then.
Is that right? Who was the team you played? Who did you beat?
Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough.
Janino, Emerson and all that.
The reason, sorry, I didn't know that
Ravanelli.
because the next season we beat Middlesbrough in the final.
Yeah.
I was there
Yes.
as a young little boy.
Yeah.
I don't think I even had a ticket. I think my old man jibbed me in. I think,
Yeah.
back in the
Girls,
day.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was one of them back in the day. Yeah.
Yes, it's mad. Hess scored. Last minute, got a replay at Hillsborough. Then we play Arsenal in between. He plays all the fringe players. I play really well. and then I got reinstated for the final.
Ah, so you did play the final.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the score in the final?
Claridge winner, 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, man.
And that's funny when you say it like that, a replay. Can you imagine that now? How old school is that? You're at Wembley. You got to have a winner at Wembley.
Yeah.
And the League Cup, for anyone who doesn't know, the League Cup's played at a funny time and it's early in the season.
Yeah, it's
so
early in
there's
the
other
season.
games going on. It's not the conclusion like the FA Cup. But yeah, what was that like playing at the Cup final? Was that just like a mad experience?
Mad experience. When I start thinking about it, like in prison, I was a PN 2991 Lawrence, and then I'm winning the League Cup.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Mental, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then even representing your country, and then playing for Jamaica, I played against Brazil, the world champions.
Did you? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man. Ronaldo.
Did you play
Rivaldo.
R9, the real Ronaldo?
I got pictures of playing against Kaká, Carlos, Cafu, Lucio, Roberto, Gilberto Silva,
Wow.
Adriano on the bench. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mental team now. Like, how good were they up close? Were they just another level?
Another level. And you know what you don't realise? They're physical as well. They can mix it.
Can they? Yeah.
Whichever way you want it, you can have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think people realise because Brazil's prestigious, like in terms of football.
Yeah.
That's a dirt poor country, isn't it? Like they come from nothing.
And that's where the best footballers, the best boxers, the best sports people come from deprived backgrounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're trying to take our edge away from us, by the way. All this sports science bollocks and all that. I don't agree with it. I mean, you've got to bite down on gum shield, or you've got to go through darkness to be any better.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I had an Olympian on yesterday, a rower,
Yeah.
and we were speaking about like heart rate monitors, and I said about the Whoop. I don't know if you know what Whoop is. It's like a monitor and stuff,
Yeah.
but it like tells you where you're at and recovery and stuff. I said to him, like, if I listen to this, I'd train once a week. I just wake up in the morning, look at the results, and go, I'm going training twice today anyway. So
And this is my thing, because now like, I've done all my football stuff. I work for the international team in Zambia. I've done Ghana. I've done 2 AFCONs at Ghana. We got to the final and semi-final. I never used a computer.
No.
Never needed a computer. I know, my eyes have never deceived me yet. I know when people are cheating. You know what I mean?
Because that's a whole nother thing nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Sports scientists give people a reason to cheat.
Of course they have. Because it's a different answer, isn't it? They give you the answer you want. You know?
Oh, he's in the red zone. So hold on a minute. So when red zone comes on Saturday,
What's he going to stop?
he's not used to it.
And what's he supposed to do? Rest. He's in the red zone. Stop.
Yeah. Oh, stop the game.
Yeah.
So he can recover.
But this is the thing you're saying about, because a lot of these sports scientists, they've never pushed their self. They
They've
don't
never been a
understand.
sports
They've never
person.
understood what it's like to be in there. You know, whether it's football, boxing, whatever. When the pressure's on, it's like you can't worry about that.
Mate, training starts when you're fatigued.
Of course it does. Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
And you know this, like as a footballer, better than me. Like sometimes you just play with someone. And they're special. They can fucking 3 hours sleep, get up, eat cornflakes. They've been on the beers the night before.
That's me.
Give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'll figure it out.
That's me.
Yeah.
My pals and that. God, I used to train Lou, the boxer Lou, and Reece Francis from Elsfield.
Shout out,
Yeah.
Sparring partner of mine. We had many
They
rounds.
will tell you, like, if I was out all night, I'm more evil the next day in the gym. They're like, I hate you when you're on the beer.
It's interesting, though, isn't it?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's another thing what Martin O'Neill said to us. He said to us, listen, you're all big men. I don't care what you do off the pitch, but if it affects what you do on it, then we have a problem.
Just show up on Saturday, do the business. Yeah. But it's funny because I've seen that the other way too, and I'm sure you have too. You know the guy that goes to bed at 8, does everything correctly, 100%, blah, 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 turns up and he's like, average. Do you know what I mean? Ain't helping you. Do you know what I mean? I think the balance is the right. You got to get your recovery, obviously.
But I think every individual's different.
That for sure, 100%. 100%.
You know what I mean?
Everyone's different.
So you can't put everyone in the same box.
No.
You know what I mean? What works for you might not work for
And I think
me.
a lot of it's up here. If you feel like you're doing the right thing, you are. Do you know what I'm saying? For you. If you know you can have 8 beers on the night before, have 3 hours sleep, and you know you're going to be great the next day.
You know what I used to do at Bradford a lot of the time, right?
Tell us about Bradford.
I used to go Coliseum, which is in Vauxhall.
I was going to say here at this Coliseum,
Go rave on a Sunday because that was the best night in the Coliseum, yeah. And then I have a taxi waiting for me outside, yeah. And I'll sleep in the taxi all the way to Bradford.
Because that's a hell of a trip, that one.
Yes,
Go training, and it's a running day Monday and Tuesday, and win all the running.
Yeah.
And all the boys are like, we need to do what you're doing.
Yeah, let's go Coliseum. Sunday night at the Coliseum.
I'm like, But I knew I had to put it in.
That's old school as well. I'm sure people listening know Coliseum because that's long gone and
Yeah.
way before my time. But I've
Yeah,
always
the
heard that one.
proper
Coliseum.
place,
The
man.
a lot of Premiership players used to come down from up north.
Yeah, they
didn't
did.
Go there.
Yeah, but because it's my area and all that.
Yeah,
like, it's proper.
Yeah. I guess.
Our little corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So tell us about Bradford. Like, how long was you at Bradford
I was
in
at
total?
Bradford for 6 years.
Oh, you was there for full 6 years.
6 years, my favourite club. of
And
all
what was
time.
that? What was it like leaving there?
That's really hard.
Yeah.
It was really hard. Nearly went back at one point, but it was the hardest thing. But they was in administration, so they couldn't offer me a new contract.
Right.
I would have stayed there. I'd probably still be there now as an ambassador if I had my way.
Right.
That was my club.
Where were
my
they when you
people.
left them?
They was Championship.
Oh, so they were still okay.
They was in Championship. Us, the boys and the staff. I'm talking about the dinner lady. We was all together.
Right.
It's like a proper family club. Like, it was enjoyable going to work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when the shit happened, we was all together.
Yeah.
You know, and I sort of missed that at other clubs. When I went to Walsall and I went to Brentford, London club was the worst club.
Was it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the manager was a prick.
Who was the manager?
Martin Allen.
Martin Allen.
Yeah,
Okay.
prick. You know, this one, he's a bully,
Is that right?
but he couldn't bully me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when they can't bully you, they're frightened of you and they want you out. You know? He was a dictator. Mm-hmm. Like, as a manager, you can't be a dictator. Mm-hmm. That's why the highest thing he ever went to was League One. Because when you start going Championship, Premiership, the players have got something about them.
Yeah. There's a reason they're there, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got a bit of edge about them. And they're not going to, if they don't believe in you, they're not going to fucking play for you.
But with players as well, if people that don't play football, like I played football as youth, I stopped when I was 18 with the boxing sort of thing more.
Yeah.
But like I played, I think the highest I played was for an under-18s team at the Conference South.
Yeah.
And even then, like it's like serious. And like there's some players that I played with that were like, never made it anywhere. Do you know what I mean? So as you go up the levels, it's like the players must be like fucking
The
phenomenal.
mentality.
You know?
You know, the boxing's the same. Like, if you ain't got that mentality, all right, you ain't getting nowhere.
You wouldn't even get in a ring. And a
No.
club like Earlsfield wouldn't even put you out, you know?
Yeah, and listen, if you're not prepared to go into the darkness, don't start it. You know what I mean? Because it's not all nice. I mean, it's like darker days more than anything. You know, like the training and whatever, and the injuries and whatever. You still.
But
got a
that's the
couple of
thing as
injuries.
well, it's the injuries, the waking up in the
Yeah.
morning and fucking hips sore for no reason. You can't think of a reason, and you're hobbling, and this hurts, that hurts, you're tired, and it's like, hell.
But they're the best days. You know, when you get in and you get the job done, when you fucking really don't feel like it.
Yeah.
They're the ones what count the most. You know, like, I love them days. Like, what I done about 3 weeks ago, yeah, I went out and I really never fancied it. Training the next day, it was a Sunday. But I punished myself for not fancying it. So I had to see how much burpees I could do in an hour. And I ended up doing 532. All right? Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of burpees.
Yeah,
Try
I
to do 10 burpees as fast as you can, see how shit that is.
Yeah, I had to punish myself.
530 is not,
Yeah,
that's not
but
joke.
I love a burpee.
Do you? Are you
I
a
li-
burpee man?
I love burpees,
Yeah.
man. Like, yeah, I set myself a challenge of 1,000 burpees. It took me 2 hours, 7 minutes.
Damn. 1,000 burpees. Just
Yeah.
why? Just for the fuck of it?
Yeah, it's just mental, isn't it?
Yeah, just for a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's mental. I love a mental
yeah,
challenge.
I got
and
you.
that, man.
I got you.
You know, like when you're thinking, fuck, when you got to 200 and that, you think, I've got another 800. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when you get to 500,
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm downhill now.
Now it ticks down. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
man.
Yeah. When I've done things like that, when you get to that halfway and
Yeah.
you see it, then it's like, I got this now. Now it's
man.
easy.
Yeah, man. You're not quitting then,
No.
you know what I mean? But this is the difference, and mindset is more important than anything else. You know, like, people talk about football now. The players are nowhere near as good as back in the day when I
Really
played.
not.
Man. And they're talking to me about they're athletes now. Mate, I don't give a fuck if they're athletes or not. And they're not more athletes than us, because with athlete comes different aspects. Mentality. Where are you prepared to go? All right? Are you willing to go through that darkness all the time? all right? Are you willing to, like, I'm going back and forth with you. Like, boxing is a bit more different, all right? It's just personal. But if I'm playing against someone on the football pitch, I'm looking to wear you down. I know that I've done my work. So 70th minute onwards, I know I'm coming into my own. Are you willing? Right? And these sports scientists, they wouldn't never, ever be able to explain that.
No.
Because they never crossed the white line. They never got in a ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%. And I even like on like a physio level, I've worked with people that like physical therapists and stuff to help me with my body. And a lot of them, they just want you to rest and it's like, I can't rest. I'm training
Can't
3
rest.
times tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? There ain't no
Can't
rest.
rest.
Do what you can for me.
Yeah.
Leave that to me. You know what I mean?
And that's why you have to go to a proper physio. Like, I've got a good physio in Vauxhall, and he understands it.
Yeah. What's his name? Shout him out.
Mitch, you know.
You know Mitch
You're
in
my
Vauxhall?
guy. Elite therapy, you're my guy, you know. Because he understands it, he trains with me as
I'll
well.
have to take his number. Maybe I'll
Yeah,
speak
man.
to young Mitch.
Yeah, he's proper, bro.
Yeah.
He does a lot of footballers and all that
Does he?
now.
Yeah.
But he's mentally like that, he challenges them as well.
Yeah. Well, I think you need someone that knows you're going to train 3 times tomorrow anyway. Just does the best for you,
Exactly.
right? Just do what you can for me. Don't tell me what to do tomorrow.
Because you're not going to get me to rest, are you? Right?
Not
You
happening,
know
not
that.
an option. That's not an option. You know, you got to fight in 6 weeks. We talk about, well, not even 6 weeks. Amateurs sometimes. I went in the gym once and Sid said to me, it was a Sunday
You out
morning.
tomorrow?
Yeah, he said to me, "What are you doing tomorrow night?" And my answer was a bit like, "Well, I don't know. I'll be." He was like, "No, you're not. You're boxing tomorrow at Balham." Oh, all right, cool.
See, that's why you have to always be ready.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's what I like.
And sorry, just to touch on it, that was the fight actually where I had our mate Adam, our mutual friend
Was
Adam
he
Martin
in
in
the
the
corner,
corner.
yeah?
Yeah, shout out Adam Martin, informal
Adam-
guest of the show.
Adam, love you,
mutual
mate.
friend, which indirectly is how we got in
Yeah,
touch.
that's how
innit?
we got in
So
touch.
that was the fight actually where
Yeah.
he was in my corner.
It's like, you know, I train on Sunday on purpose.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's a rest day for other people.
So if I'm training 52 Sundays in a year, maybe an hour, I'm 52 hours ahead of anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
Almost
my
8
mindset.
weeks. It's almost 8 weeks of. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 8 weeks of days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of an hour a day.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Oh, I must be ahead of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean.
Because you got an extra 8 weeks.
Yeah, and I'll get up. I'll get up earlier, even if I've got my kids around or whatever. I'll get up double early, go and do my thing, come home, and then I can spend time with the family. People make excuses, it's a family day and all that. Especially in football, when you're getting your head punched in, it's not a family day then, is it?
But it feels better when you're out doing anything, when you're with anyone, when you know you've done it in the morning, and
Yeah.
you've got that, that feeling of like tired, but that euphoric kind of. I got my work in today.
Sense of achievement.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
I can enjoy this rest now because
I love a sense of achievement. Like,
Yeah.
And a lot of people won't train with me.
Yeah, I bet. Especially, how old are you now?
54.
So people your age definitely ain't training with you, are they?
Youngsters ain't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm ruining youngsters and they're like, you're mad. I say, listen, I don't want to be boring. I want to be me. Like, I know what it took to get me into a professional environment. And as a black man who's been to prison, I probably had to work 5 times as hard.
Definitely what people will be thinking about, yeah, for sure. Right, when you come out, black man been in prison, people go, don't fancy that one.
Up north.
Yeah, yeah, don't fancy that one, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And then and being a southerner, right?
Got a lot of crosses against your name, haven't you?
Southern softies,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you know how they are out
Yeah.
there. But I changed that, mate. They fucking like, you're one of us, like,
Yeah.
the way you work, you fucking don't bottle out of any challenges. I was too brave, probably. I got so many injuries from getting tackled what I shouldn't even go into.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And when did you eventually stop playing football?
I stopped playing professionally at 35, but I played semi-pro up until about 43, 44.
Did you? Yeah. Where did you play at? What sort of clubs?
First club was a team called Worthing.
Okay.
So when I retired, they retired me, but it wasn't because of football.
Yeah.
It was because apparently I knew too many gangsters.
All right. It's a weird answer, isn't it, from them?
That's what it was. That was a word going around football.
And was you ready to stop football, or was you still a bit like...
No, I never knew it was coming.
Right.
So I wasn't prepared. Money, obviously the money situation went bad and all that. That was a tough time in my life, and that, especially straight after retired. For 7 months, never played football.
Right.
I was going to the gym every day, doing my runs or whatever, but I was very disillusioned. I was depressed as well. Like, and then a team called Worthing. My friend said, "Oh, why don't you come and play a couple of games and all that?" Playing the semi-pro, and I loved it. I started getting a love for it again. I was there 2 years. Then I went to Harrow Borough. They actually made me captain Worthing.
What was the standard like?
It was good, man.
Good standard, yeah.
The semi-pro at that time was really good. Like I was looking at a lot of the players, I was thinking, "Fucking hell, you lot can play, man." I'll give them their props, man. They was good players. Then I went to Harrow Borough, which was a really, really good changing room.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Like all the boys from estates and whatever, but everyone clubbed together. Obviously, I was the elder statesman in there. I taught training a lot, and a lot of the boys are proper. I still talk to them now. And then I went to Tooting and Mitcham, which was good. That was the best changing room at non-league.
Really, local team. I used to play against their youth team for Molesey. I used to play for Molesey.
Oh yeah, I know where Molesey is.
Yeah, I used to play for them under 18. I played a couple of reserve games, but I was like 16, like under 18, so I was playing, you know. So never played first team football or anything.
Tooting was wicked. Like they had a load of the boys what I had coached when I came out of football. So when I got into that changing room at 40 something, and I was taking all the coaching, the boys knew how I was.
Right.
But there was rules and regulations about not being late, touch the line, this, that, you know what I mean? And they all got it, and everyone got on.
Is that right, yeah.
That was the best time. And then I went and played for a team called Lingfield and Banstead as well.
Okay, yeah, so you went around, still playing.
And I went to Cobham as well. Went to Cobham and played for my mate at Cobham, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I'm still playing now.
You still play now?
I play vets for a team called West London Rams.
West London Rams, shout out to Rams.
We got ballers playing for us.
Is that right? 11 aside, still playing proper football?
Yeah, man, proper competitive vets.
Is that
team.
right? Yeah.
Bro, I broke my leg and all that playing for them, and I broke my ribs, broke my ribs and everything.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm too competitive.
Yeah. I hear that. It's funny. Well, I played when I was about 15.
Yeah.
I played just a few games for it was at Tooting and Mitcham actually. They played like a five-a-side thing on the AstroTurf. And like the men, like grown men then, was like, it was competitive. Like they were fighting each other, like punches being thrown, all sorts. Like
I don't go into the fisticuffs. I've never had a fight on the foot pitch or. Bro, you know when they start giving it on the pitch, I said, bro, I'll see you in the tunnel if anything.
Yeah, right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Old school.
Yeah, but come on, you know it's going to get broke up on the pitch and all that, man. Why are you doing it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, exactly why they're doing it.
That's exactly what
when you say see you in the tunnel, they're not on none of that. When the whistle's gone, they're
we'll go see it. Bye. Some of the beat. Yeah, I gotcha. But in terms of like, one thing I wanted to ask you about, I forgot to, as you was talking about him, was R9 Ronaldo you played against.
Yeah.
From my opinion, like when I was a kid, he was the best player in the world, and I really think, like at his peak, he was one of the best players of all time. How good was he, like up close?
Mate, he was a joke. He was a joke. It's embarrassing how good he was.
Is he a big guy as well? People say as well. He's quite big,
strong, quick, but I knew that he could do anything he wanted at any given time. I think he just took it easy on us that day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was just having fun.
Yeah.
But he was phenomenal. But the whole team, mate, I'm like, never seen nothing like it. Like, I love boxing, isn't it? It's like watching Hagler, Leonard, Hearns and Duran
all
wrapped up
time,
in one. Yeah, that's how good he was.
Was he that? Yeah.
Yeah, and the only person missing that day who was injured was Ronaldinho.
Another one.
I'm fucking glad he was injured. I'm fucking glad he was injured.
People forget how good he was. I watched him play live, like for Barcelona against Chelsea. Yeah. Shout out Chelsea.
Is that little toe poke?
I wasn't there for that one, but I was there the season after that.
Yeah.
I think they beat us Or no, did they beat us the season? Or 2 seasons after?
Was it the goal in the top corner or something like that? When you should have had about 10 penalties.
Well, it was that one, that one too. But there was one in between that, and they played in like remember they had that Illuminous yellow kit?
Yeah.
It was then, and they beat us at home, and I think it was the first game under Mourinho.
Yeah.
We'd lost at home ever. And it was a big deal. But
mate,
they
he was a joke, weren't he, mate?
Well, Messi was in the team. I know he was younger, but people weren't talking about Messi. They were talking about him. He was the guy by far.
I think him as well, in a 3-year period, what he was playing at his highest, I've never seen anyone play football like that.
Phenomenal.
And Ronaldo, for me, is better. But Ronaldinho and the things what he brought to the game.
He did things like wrong almost, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did things the wrong way, but just was so gifted. He made it work.
Strong, quick.
Yeah.
And he had a bit of oomph about
Yeah,
him
and
as
it's like you
well.
said, that toe poke goal where he stood
Yeah.
still. Boom.
Yeah,
Like, phenomenal.
mate, it's a joke, mate. I think Wayne Bridge was playing in that game. Wayne Bridge is a good friend of mine.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah, a very good friend of mine. Good guy, man.
Is he?
Yeah. He does a bit of boxing as
Does
well.
he? Hook us up, we'll get him on the pod.
Yeah,
Let's get him in.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
apparently he's supposed to be like, I think they said he was one of the fittest footballers out there as well.
Yeah, he done
Like,
yesterday.
mega
Yesterday won
fit.
it, didn't he?
Yeah.
We
but-
trained together, don't
Is
we?
that right? Yeah.
Yeah, we trained together,
Because
man.
I've heard that about him before. He was like super fit.
Yeah,
he was
good
doing
guy.
his
He won't
thing.
quit.
Won't quit.
No, he won't
No,
quit.
but I've got to pull you up on that, the toe poke goal. We're like patting Ronaldinho in the back. Chelsea did win that game, folks, so don't get too excited.
Yeah. Did you win that game, did
We
you?
did win that game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, do you remember the game? We went
remember
3-0 up.
Yeah.
So we'd lost 2-1 in the new camp.
Yeah.
Camp Nou, whatever. And we needed to score 2 goals to go through. It was
Yeah.
away goal time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we went 3-0 up in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they got a penalty,
Yeah.
and then Ronaldinho did that, and that was
Yeah.
sending them through. And then John
Yeah.
Terry scored a header right at the end and put us through. So there's your
hell.
Chelsea facts, mate. Next time I
Yeah.
see you, I
Yeah,
expect you
man.
brushed up on them and we'll get you a Chelsea
Mate,
shirt.
mate, you know why I don't support Chelsea, innit?
Go on, tell me. You're from Battersea. What is this about?
That's exactly right. I should support Chelsea, but
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you exactly why I don't support Chelsea,
Go on.
because of the racism and what used to be there.
Right, okay.
You know, because like I went there when I was about 8, 9, and remember they used to have all the skinheads and all that, and the whole shed was like nigga to a player and all that. I was like,
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'm not supporting these.
This was again 70s, right? So
Yeah, so 70s and then the 80s. I remember Gary Bennett and David Speedy kicked off, right? And then I ended up playing with Gary Bennett at Sunderland, he was our captain.
Yeah.
So like, and I saw the shed and it was a racism and I was like, nah. And then look at Paul Cannavale, what he went through. Have you read his book?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, you need to read this book, all the shit what he went through.
Yeah,
That's why I don't support him.
I spoke briefly about Paul Gallagher. I had a friend of his on. I don't know if you know who Patrick Hutchinson is.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Pat's my boy, man.
He's my boy too. Yeah. We
Siblings
trained
as
jiu-jitsu.
well, man.
Yeah. Is he?
And
No.
Donny.
Is he?
And Donovan Hutchinson.
Is
No,
he?
Donovan was thing, yeah.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah,
Patrick's
Patrick's
been on the pod, yeah. I trained jiu-jitsu with him. I've known him for years, yeah.
Yeah, see, like, you know Pierre and all that.
Of course,
then.
yeah, absolutely. For
Pierre's
years
my
and
boy.
years, yeah.
Me and Pierre used to get out to badness
Is that
together.
right? See, Pierre, I know, but
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I see Pierre would have been pre-pandemic. We don't train in the same
Yeah.
place anymore, but I know. Patrick, I see all the time in Brixton. Like, I'll probably see him at
Yeah.
lunchtime today.
Tell Patrick.
Yeah.
I said hello.
I will do
Because we
it,
used to go to Vass and all that together.
Yeah, right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the boys know me, man.
Because you're the same age, I would imagine,
Yeah,
right?
man. He's a little bit older than me.
Is that
I
right?
think.
Yeah. We had
Yeah.
Patrick on. He was talking about Cannavale, his mate and all that, right?
Yeah,
So,
man. I love Patrick, man.
Great guy, lovely fella.
And look what they done in fucking when them races come down and put him on the shoulder. And
Well,
all
that's
that.
what we was talking about on the podcast. That's what we
Mate,
had him,
would
yeah.
they have done that the other way round?
Probably not.
No, I mean,
Probably not.
I mean,
Let's be honest. Probably not. Yeah.
it takes a lot, bro. A lot of empathy there, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a great guy, Patrick. Though,
Yeah,
isn't he?
I love
He's
him,
like,
man.
you know.
But that's what I always see. With fighters, they are more respectful than anyone else.
Yeah.
Because they actually know what they can do. So they're like, we'll take it. If you put your hands on you, you're in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'll tell you that's mad, you know, Pierre and stuff, because that's where we're all from
Yeah.
the same school, like the same
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu lineage. That's like
Is it?
the same place, yeah. So I've known them for like a long time, you know.
It's
And his sons are
Stuart
big-
Forrester?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Stuart's coming on too. Stuart, I see all the time. Yeah.
I was Stuart at me, like.
Stuart, no Stuart as well, yeah.
You know where I met Stuart?
Go on.
We used to go snooker every morning down Vardens Road on St John's Hill,
Is that
yeah?
right? Okay.
I won the competition, yeah? Right? But he was melting about something when we was kids and that. I said, listen, man up. Go fucking beat him. Right? And he remembers it until this day.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He's still shout out Stuart Forrester.
Stuart,
We're trying to
top
figure out a
man.
time. We was gonna do yesterday actually, but with times we're
Is
gonna
it?
figure out a time. We'll get him on. Yeah, so
Stuart,
we're gonna,
proper man.
Stuart's fun. Yeah, that's
Stuart.
mad. Where are you from originally? I don't think we've got like where was you
Battersea.
born and stuff. You were born in Battersea, yeah.
Yeah, no, I was born in South London Hospital.
Oh, was you? Okay.
It's an all women's hospital back in Balham.
That's right. I was gonna say Balham,
Yeah.
yeah, because I
So
lived the
I
first
lived
5
in-
years of my life in Balham. I was
Is it?
I was in.
I lived in Chestnut Grove first in
Okay.
Balham, and then went to Totteridge House, and then we moved to Dunstan.
I got you. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so all around the same
All-
area.
yeah,
all
man.
around. That's mad that you know the boys
Small
like
world
Stuart.
though,
It
isn't it?
is. Yeah. That's
That's
funny.
why you have to live good.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Someone who knows something you did before, right?
Yeah, right.
But that's mad. So before we sort of bring this home, who's the best manager you ever worked under?
For me, Paul Jewell.
Paul Jewell.
Second, Martin O'Neill. Because, yeah, Paul Jewell, like, it's just different with me. He used to wind me up every week.
Is that right?
He used to be coming to me and going, listen, son, watch a video of last week's game and that. You fucking got roughed up, didn't you? And just walk away.
Just
and
left
chuckling to himself. Yeah. You know that steam's coming out my ears and all that. And I'll be like, yeah, you watch Saturday, you see rough it up, you know. But we get on really well, man.
That's cool, man. I was going to ask you your favourite team you play for, but I think that's quite obvious, right?
Yeah, Bradford City.
Bradford
City was outshadow of that, and obviously representing my country was a
Of course, right, Jamaica. Yeah. How many games you play for Jamaica in the end?
24.
24? Oh, wow, serious amount of games for them.
Yeah, no, a few injuries as well, unless I would have played a lot more.
But that's proper, isn't it? 24. That's not like just you like when you put your hand up and say, "Yeah, I play for Jamaica."
And Jamaicans love me. And there's a coach called Coach Brown, and I have to give him his flowers. He's an absolute ledge. I weren't playing at Brentford or whatever, but he still took me to the Gold Cup because he knew what I was about. And he made a substitution. There's a manager, he was a coach. We was playing Trinidad away. I'd come back to London because my missus was having trouble with her pregnancy. And I flew straight back for the game. I got back 2 days before the game. They changed the team from we had won before. He's dropped me, put me on the bench. The manager, the coach was like, you need to play him. So Darryl Powell was getting a run around from some dread on the Trinidad team. He'd fucking giving them proper run around.
I would imagine that's quite a rivalry game now, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember, like, everyone wants to beat Jamaica, isn't it?
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've seen a player try and make a substitution. Right? Fitzroy Simpson come over to the bench and said, "Coach, get Jamie on." And so I'm like, warming up. And then Coach Brown, the speech what he had, he said, listen, he said, "Coach, you know, we're in a war. And you have soldier there on the bench." made the change at half time.
So you're sat there like this at this point.
Yeah. Made the change at half time. The first tackle I gave the dread, he thought he was whiplash. We won the game 2-1.
Yeah.
He never touched the ball again.
I gotcha. That's cool. And what was it like going to Jamaican team? Did they was you looked at as Jamaican by them, or was you the foreigner coming in?
They try it first, don't they? It's like being in prison again.
Right, is that right? Yeah, they put it on
because you've got to earn your stripes. Yeah. So I got there now. There's another Lawrence. So I'm coming in now. He's gone, fraud Lawrence. I'm like, you what? You got a fraud Lawrence. I said, yeah. He's trying to wrestle me. Yeah.
Well, the old school playground, like, grabbed you.
Thrown him everywhere. Right? And then, what's that later down the line? Everyone gets to know me properly. And they got to know my past. And then a few of the Jamaican players, when they come to London, they meet me. And they come out with me and my boys and all that. And they say, yeah, Jamie's got it on lock in England.
He's one of us.
Yeah, he's one of us, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so it was all good, man.
Nice. And you said you're a fight fan as well, right?
I love fight.
You grew up with, like, as you said before, like your Lennons, Durans would have been at the peak.
I remember, like, Hagler was my favourite out of
right?
a lot of them, yeah.
I think he's the best out of them. He's my favourite out of them.
I think he's the best out of them all. I think he got robbed against Leonard.
I think so, yeah. I believe so.
And why I loved him in the first place, because Alan Minter fight.
Right.
No black man's going to beat me. I remember, like...
Imagine saying that now, by the way.
Be hung up on quarter, didn't
Imagine that now.
But I remember we was all around the radio at that time.
Is that right? Because I think that fight was 1980, right? I believe that was 1980.
Yeah, it could be 80,
I think that was 80.
Yeah,
I might be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was 1980.
I think it was about that 80, 90. We was in my dad's room, listening to the radio, all of us. And I remember him jumping up with his pajama bottoms falling down and all that. I remember it like it's yesterday, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then throwing bottles at him and all that.
Yeah, because that was what wound him up after, wasn't it? Because he never got his moment to be a world champion in the ring.
Yeah.
Because he got robbed as well. I don't know if you know his career. His first world title fight was against a fella called Vito Antuofermo, who was the middleweight champion. That's who Alan Minter beat for the title.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he beat him, but they robbed him and they gave it a draw. So the champion kept the title. And
that's what you had to do in the day, though. You had to take it away from the champion properly, though, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So he did, and then he beat Vito Antuofermo later. But he smashed Alan Minter's piece.
He went from strength to strength, didn't he? He was a tough cunt as
Yeah,
well.
he's a great fighter.
Mate,
Great
great chin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and do you know what people never mention is he was a small middleweight as well.
Yeah, he was.
Like if you look at pictures of him next to people, little
Like
bloke.
Hearns and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like he was a small middleweight. and
What
he
about
was-
that fight?
Yeah,
Hagler, Hearns.
Well, I think that's pretty much like one of, if not Gatty, Ward, like it's one
Yeah.
of the best rounds. And in the
Yeah.
first round, they look at it as like one of the best rounds.
Mate,
in
they just
history.
went at it, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I keep saying about conditioning. If you're not conditioned, you can't take them
No.
shots.
Well, he
you know?
spoke about conditioning a lot, Hagler,
Yeah.
didn't he? He used to take
Yeah.
himself off to like a prison camp almost.
Yeah,
like a
it's like
bunker.
the mountains or
Yeah,
whatever.
he used to
innit?
go in like a little bunker, train like a lunatic, and he
Yeah.
used to, there's a famous video of him going like, I take myself away from this, I don't do this, no women, rah. He's like, I just fucking train and blah blah blah.
Yeah. But you have to, innit?
Well, he didn't lose for years and years and years
Yeah.
until the Leonard fight, right?
Yeah.
And the story
And-
when he
and
got
then- and then
robbed,
he
I don't
never
think
come back.
He never come back. He reckons he never put gloves on in a gym, nothing. Completely stopped boxing.
Yeah, they done him, weren't they? So, like, you know,
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, even Nassim, when he lost against, was it Barrera?
Barrera.
He never come back, did he?
He had one more after. He had
Yeah.
one homecoming, but it was like a boring points win,
Yeah.
and then he stopped. But he was only 28 as well, which was even more mental.
But he never lived right, did he?
No, well, I think he said as well. He said after that he had like more money than he could ever spend, right? So he just wanted to be with his wife.
That's
and
why
kids.
I rate Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
Because he always walks around on the weight. You know what I mean?
Always, yeah.
I mean, don't drink, don't do nothing. He's always walking around on the weight. And for me, I think he's one of the best defensive fighters ever.
Definitely one of, without any shadow. I don't think anyone that argues one of, they don't know what they're talking about, right?
And remember, he used to knock people out early in his
At
career.
his natural weight. People
Yeah.
don't realise that. He started
But
his career
his
at super
hands,
featherweight.
isn't it?
Yeah.
His hands
But he
fucked up.
started his career at super featherweight, which
Yeah.
is 9 stone 4,
Yeah.
right? And he fought, his best fights were at, like his big fights,
Yeah.
like pay-per-view, was at welterweight, which is 10-7. That's a big difference, you
That's a
know?
massive
Now, I know he got a
difference.
bit older and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's a big difference in size. Like, if you see some welterweights, they're fucking big.
Yeah,
You'd never
when they
believe
rehydrate and all
Mate,
that,
They
you know what I
walk
mean?
around 14 stone sometimes, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And they're big lumps, you know,
Yeah,
to
brother.
get down to that weight.
And he schooled Canelo, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely schooled him. They're saying, Canelo's 21. He was 38 or something, or 37, wasn't he? Come on, man, like, you're giving me flowers, mate.
Yeah.
Because he's flash and all that.
That's
I
really-
love that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have a bit of arrogance about you, man. You deserve it.
yeah, I hear that. Who's the best fighter you've ever seen?
The best fight I've ever seen.
Fighter. Who's the best fighter? Your
What?
favourite,
My
best,
favourite?
whatever you want.
Hagler.
Hagler of all.
Or Ali.
Muhammad Ali. I'll tell you why I asked you, because you're of the age where you would have seen like my favourite fighter of all time, Mike Tyson, coming through.
Yeah, I love Mike.
Yeah.
But I don't think he had that longevity.
No. He
You
had
know
a
what I
very
mean?
short window, and I keep
Yeah.
saying this on here, and I'm fucking
Yeah,
like
yeah,
DM
yeah.
people.
I
So
love
shut up and
Mike.
repeat yourself. But to me, for a very short window of time, he's the best that's ever been in a boxing ring. No one would have beat that.
I don't know, you know, bro.
Don't.
With Ali and them, man, like Joe Frazier and
I'll
Foreman.
tell you why, because I think Ali struggled with that style, that shorter, stocky
Yeah,
guy
with
against
Joe
Frazier.
Frazier.
And I think
Yeah.
Tyson was a faster, more powerful
But what
version.
about George Foreman?
George Foreman's another problem. George Foreman's a big problem. When I say that, I think he'd have beat anyone. The two that I think he'd have had trouble with
Yeah.
would have been George Foreman in his
Yeah.
prime and prime Larry Holmes.
It was a jab. Just start sticking.
Because he
with
was
the
tough
jab.
as fuck too.
Yeah.
You had to like put him asleep. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Larry Holmes, like if you
Yeah.
look at, and it's not criticism, but if you look at someone like Lennox Lewis, who was tremendously talented,
Yeah.
had it all, but when he got whacked and he
Yeah,
got
yeah.
dropped,
Yeah.
he couldn't continue. Like whereas Larry Holmes, if you ever seen him fight Ernie Shavers, have you ever
Yeah,
seen him
yeah.
fight? Jesus Christ, his head bounces off the canvas. He
Yeah,
gets
he
up, and he's
gets
like
up, yeah.
shaking his head,
Yeah.
and still wins the fight. You know, and that counts at a certain point. doesn't it?
And there was no sports science in sight.
What?
I mean.
Excuse me, sports
Yeah.
science. They what? They couldn't even spell it back then.
Bro,
Go for a run, shut up. Yeah. Go for a run,
and
shut
go for
up.
another
yeah,
one.
Yeah, when you get back, shut up and go again. Yeah, that's it. That's true.
it's what I'm saying, like,
But Ali was small as a heavyweight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I think his best, he was about 210 pounds, which is 15 stone. Whereas you look at
that
now,
3 years in prison killed him.
yeah. And again, it's different then because people, like if you weren't training and you weren't doing the right things, like 32 was older, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? 32 was coming to the point.
But remember, they was more active as well.
Of course, yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? They was out all the time, you know what I mean?
And he suffered for it later, didn't he,
Yeah.
Ali? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the punishment.
Big
he took,
time, bro.
Big. Fought far too long. If you look at his career, I can't remember the amount of fights. Maybe someone in the comments can
Yeah.
help me out. But it's like after he fought like Joe Frazier 3 times
Yeah.
and George Foreman and done all of his great achievements.
Bro, That's like them men are fighting 20 fights now.
Yeah.
Them men are just,
Yeah.
I mean,
But he had like after them fights, all of his big massive achievements.
Yeah.
He had like a mad amount of fights after that
Yeah.
aren't as relevant. That he didn't need. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
He didn't need to take that punishment.
And that's why I like Floyd, because he's got all these faculties about him.
Yeah.
He's a businessman. He's took it away from promoters, promoted himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got smart.
Made more money than he could ever
man.
spend. In,
Got
you
smart,
know.
brother.
Yeah.
And that's why I think all boxers now, they need to follow that model.
Yeah. Like Anthony, you watched the fight the other night,
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua.
Listen, Joshua's made his money now.
That's what I'm getting at.
You know what
And
I mean?
it's like it's not a sad story. He's made his money, innit?
He
You know what I
made
mean?
his money, bro. Listen, no one ever thought that he was proper world class. But I love that he's made his money, bro.
And I appreciate the trier too. People
Yes,
knocking him
bro.
for getting knocked out. Fuck
Yeah.
you know. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, man are gunning him, and then you've never been through the ropes.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you know? Yeah.
I've done a few white collars, yeah. And you know when they knock your door and say you're on,
Yeah. Oof. Here we go.
fuck it, that was real now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
start
yeah.
shitting yourself.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah. 100%.
Just imagine you're in front of 96,000. Come on, man.
Stop it. Yeah. And that's just in person. You know the whole
That's what I'm
world's
saying.
watching. right?
Everyone's watching, bro.
And it's easy to criticise him. Oh, you should have
Yeah.
done this. It's like,
You should
all
have
right,
done that.
mate. Yeah, should he? Is that what you should have done? Yeah, you know, do you?
Right. the boy was clever in that fight, by the way.
Yeah, of course he was. And let's be honest, I think he got chinned early.
Yeah.
And then it's all well and good thinking he should have, would have, could have done
Yeah.
this. Once you've been whacked by a man like that and hurt bad,
Yeah.
you're in trouble anyway.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For one, I don't think he recovered
No.
quickly.
Didn't.
And my man knew that it could hurt him at any time.
And with someone like Dubois, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not calling him stupid,
Yeah.
but he's simple, right? And I don't.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying that it's
Yeah.
like he's stupid, but
Yeah.
like he's meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm coming. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I don't think about all this nonsense
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the celebrity like Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Joshua seems more of an intelligent guy. Like
Yeah.
he's thinking
Yeah.
of the outside world, and he's got a lot
Yeah.
going on. Whereas Dubois is like, I'm just here to fight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Even on the ring walk, he was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I'm here now.
I'm here now. This is it. I'm
Let's
just got
have
to get
it.
in the ring.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
like
and I
that.
think there's an element of that too. But
Yeah.
before we wrap it up, mate, tell us about what you do now. You're
What I do now, I've got certain boys here now, what I coach, and for me, it's a massive thing because I want to keep them off the street.
and when you say coach, we're talking football, right?
Yeah, football, and teach them about life.
Yeah.
This is the biggest lesson what I teach them.
What
about.
age are we talking about?
16 and upwards.
Right. So young
So they
men.
come from all over.
Yeah.
Like, and to be fair, I've seen these boys grow into young men with manners and respect and have drive. And they police themselves as well. You know what I mean? Like, if someone has done something wrong, they call each other out.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I love that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm proud of them, to be fair. They don't hear it from me regularly. They can hear it on film now.
Yeah.
And like, when I'm coaching kids, I treat them like my own. You know, because I think the coach should bring more than just football or whatever.
Yeah.
I think you should bring something about life. Also, I go into prisons and give talks. I'm ambassador for a charity called Clean Slates. Give prisoners a start when they come out of prison. And then I'm working for Zambia national team as well. Strength and conditioning coach and a coach.
You're busy, man. Busy
Yeah,
guy.
bro. Yeah, man.
No-
And I've got my 2 daughters living with me.
So no signs of slowing down yet. Not at all.
And listen, you know when you slow down, you die.
Yeah, that's true.
You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
And
That's
people
very
keep
true.
telling me about you need to rest. I rest when I'm dead.
You
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have a long rest then, you know
I
what I mean?
got you. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, before we finish up, I always ask people what football team they support, but I think
Yeah.
you're going
I've
to
told you
break my
already.
heart on this
Yeah.
one. Which football team do you support,
Liverpool.
mate?
And yeah,
Jesus
I
Christ.
told you why as well, because of the racism side, but also because when the 80s, John Barnes joined there.
Right, okay.
And
I was
he
going to ask you
opened-
why Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah, and he opened a lot of doors for black players and that.
Uh-huh.
Howard Gale was before him, but John Barnes opened a lot of. He's the first, I think, black person to win the Player of the Year.
Is that right? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that, yeah.
And I got to talk to him on a level as well.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well, but you could have said Bradford just to cheer me up a bit, right? Not Liverpool. Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah,
But
man.
shout out to Bradford because I'm going back there. So I'm going to try and find that mural and send it to you. Take a picture
Please
and send it
do,
to
man.
you.
Yeah,
We'll get it
man.
there. But thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate you doing this, man.
Bro, love, bro.
No, I
And
appreciate
you weren't
it.
late. I love it.
I weren't late, never late. No. But I always finish with a fist up like this, mate. Squeezing it. Boom!